Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high and is now coming back ever so slightly. And in our VIP Telegram group, we are heavily anticipating this next Bitcoin move. So that's exactly what we need to discuss within today's update video. But we will discuss a lot more than only that, because I do think the true euphoria is going to hit the markets quite soon here, because the altcoin season interest is absolutely exploding here, and the same can be said for Ethereum. So a lot to discuss within today's update video. And first of all, guys, make sure to hit on that subscribe button on my channel and watch like my latest YouTube videos, and then we can dive in towards the most important content. Because let's start off with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin just made a new all-time high actually this night and is now coming back ever so slightly. And I do think this is going to be a healthy correction which could continue a little bit more to the downside, maybe even. And that is something we are heavily anticipating on in our Telegram group, and this is a call we also made in our public Telegram group, so make sure to check it out. I will link both the VIP and the public Telegram group in the description on this YouTube video, so make sure to check it out, because you don't want to be missing out on this next trade. Because look what happened with our last Bitcoin trade, exactly playing out like we have been predicting in the group, and this is just one of the many examples we have been perfectly predicting inside of our Telegram groups. So make sure to check it out, guys, because this next trade is also going to correspond with this Bitcoin CME gap. The CME gap is still something we have to keep in mind, and just in case that if Bitcoin is going to move even lower, for example towards that CME gap, we will slowly DCA into Bitcoin on the way down here to catch that next move to the top side. So make sure you don't miss it out, because Bitcoin is showing some insane strength, and I do think this is just the beginning for a big and final Bitcoin move higher this bull market. So we can also clearly see that with the Ethereum price action, because Ethereum is absolutely exploding to the top side and is now in the stage where also it seems like retail interest is going to hit the market. Because look what's happening with altcoins. The Google search volume of altcoins is absolutely exploding here. And that is going to be one of your biggest signals that yes, that true altcoin season is getting close now. The same is happening for ETH, Ethereum. Also the search interest on Google Trends is absolutely exploding. So I don't think it will take much longer before Ethereum is going to hit that final stage of the cycle, seeing that most parabolic move to the top side, and the same will happen for altcoins, guys. So because just look what happened with Bitcoin after we broke the previous all-time highs of 2021. We saw almost an 80% gain to the top side. So if history could repeat for Ethereum here, then we are going to see a major Ethereum move still happening here. It's going to be the time to be bearish. This is not going to be the time to short. This is going to be the time to be extremely bullish on the markets basically and lock in, stay focused, because once Ethereum is going to break the previous all-time high, it's probably going to be a huge move. One quick side note is that normally, and this is what happened in 2021 for Ethereum, is that once you see that move towards the all-time highs, you could of course also see some pullbacks before eventually breaking through the resistance of the previous all-time high. So that is going to be important. I do think it could happen that Ethereum is going to see a slight rejection before that all-time high. Of course, we could also be pushing through, but that is something we are also anticipating on in the Telegram group. So make sure you check it out, because this is going to be also a realistic scenario for Ethereum after such big moves higher recently. Something we can see is that the consolidations below the resistance levels on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin charts are getting shorter and shorter basically. So it seems like Ethereum is only gaining strength from here, and if you're going to push through that next resistance level, we are going to look in towards much higher Ethereum prices in the near future here, because there's still a lot of potential left basically. If you just take a look into towards the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart on the longer time frame, there's so much potential left. If you're for example going to move towards the range high level, it's still a massive move for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and I do think it could be possible because we saw how strong Ethereum is currently performing here. been calling for this move quite a while, guys, because I was looking into some old tweets about Ethereum. So also make sure to follow me on Twitter here, because yeah, we have been calling this Ethereum bottom basically. We have been exactly predicting this move for Ethereum. We have been accumulating a lot on that $1,500 level. So make sure to follow me or to subscribe on YouTube, and also follow me on Twitter if you don't want to miss out on any of these future calls anymore. Also on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin charts, we have been looking into the stock RSI exactly bouncing off those lows here. Actually, it was quite obvious, and we have been calling for this for a while, and now we can see how it is currently playing out for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So of course, guys, that is absolutely amazing. And if you do want all the signals we are currently dropping in the Telegram, you need to join the VIP Telegram group. I've also linked that in the description of this YouTube video, so make sure to check that out if you do want like all the setup from all of our professional traders, all the insights. You're free to ask questions basically all day to these traders. So it's also going to be a great hub to simply learn more about Bitcoin, crypto, trading, etc. So make sure to check it out in the description on this YouTube video. If you want to be trading Bitcoin and altcoins yourself, you can do it on Bitunix. I've also linked this exchange on this YouTube video, because here you can claim over $400 in deposit bonuses just by signing up on the platform. So make sure to check it out if you do want a platform to be trading Bitcoin and altcoins yourself in this ending stage of the cycle. And then for the end of this video, I do want to discuss some news hitting the market here, because BlackRock did buy over $500 million worth of Ethereum yesterday. So that is once again a massive inflow. We saw over $500 million flowing in towards that Ethereum ETF once again after that $1 billion inflow yesterday. So the Ethereum ETF flows are going absolutely parabolic again here, and that is of course absolutely amazing to see. It is clearly indicating that we are trading in that phase 2 stage now. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin for quite a while here, so it's going to be important to understand that we are slowly going to move towards that phase 3 and phase 4 of the cycle, where first of all large caps will start outperforming, and then we are going to see that true altcoin season in phase 2, maybe even happening this year already. I do think in Q4, like we have been predicting on the channel. Now the altcoin season index is seeing a slight uptick once again. So guys, positioning yourself accordingly in this market, because now I do think the money is slowly starting to move in towards altcoins. And guys, that was it for today's update video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update video, and I will see you guys within the next update video tomorrow.